This video gives an overview of installation methods for the indoor AP3965i and AP3965e. Please refer to the installation guide for more details. These apply to all installations whether you are installing the AP outside or inside. The AP may be attached to a wall, pole, or girder. In this video, we will only show attachment to a wood wall and a pole. Tools supplied by the installer include a pencil, a drill bits. For screw anchor use, the size depends on the screw, or 6mm is used for the anchor. Phillips head screwdriver, torque Phillips screwdriver set to 12 inch-pounds, flathead screwdriver for pole mounting. For masonry installations, one will also need a 10mm crescent or socket wrench, and a torque wrench set to 12 inch-pounds and 50 inch-pounds, also for bolt or masonry mounting. The installer must also supply the following if they are needed: wood or sheet metal screws, longer bolts and possibly matching hex nuts, and different sized cable clamps. You may also need antennas, terminators, or cables. Please see the data sheet or sales contact for those item numbers and make sure you have them if they are needed. The box with the plastic handle has the AP you ordered plus some hardware inside it. The box includes a printed copy of the quick reference guide and the WS AP3965 model you ordered. The left-hand divider includes a hardware bag, 2 cable clamps for 1 inch to 2.5 inch diameter poles, a metal bracket for attaching the AP to a pole, pipe, or mast, a 6-foot length of 10-gauge ground wire with a ring terminal crimped on it, and a ground screw. The included hardware is 4 concrete masonry wall anchor assemblies, 4 additional hex nuts, 4 split washers, 4 cable clamps, 8 screw assemblies, and 1 ground screw assembly. See the installation guide for more information. The right-hand divider includes an H-shaped bracket that is always used for mounting the AP. The H bracket is under the divider that is under the AP. Do not throw the bracket out. Also, 2 cable clamps for 6-inch to 7-inch diameter poles. Unlike the 3865, if the plastic cover is removed or the AP body is painted, the warranty is voided. If the wall bracket is attached so the H is horizontal, the AP will be vertical. The AP should be mounted so the black glands are not above the plastic cover. The best AP orientation is with the black glands to be on the side of the AP closest to the ground. A 3-inch drip loop must be provided on all cables. Use the M4 ground screw assembly with the wave washer to attach the ground wire's ring terminal to the AP. The wire should be as close to the AP bottom as possible. Tighten the screw to a torque of 12 inch-pounds. For mounting the AP to a wall, the H or wall bracket provides 8 attachment cuts, but only 4 with 1 in each corner are required. Using the bracket as a template, place it where desired and mark the 4 hole centers to be used. If using wood or sheet metal screws, the drill bit should be the same diameter as the solid center portion of the screw, and the threads will extend past the drill on both sides. These screws must be provided by the installer. After selecting the proper drill bit size, drill perpendicular to the surface in the center of the marks. For masonry installations, please see the installation guide. Use 4 M4 screw assemblies to attach the AP to the bracket on the side that does not have the PEM standoffs. Tighten the 4 screws to a torque of 12 inch-pounds. Hold the AP bracket assembly so the drilled holes are in the center of the bracket holes. Insert and thread the 4 screws to hold the bracket. If using number 10 screws, tighten them to a torque of 25 inch-pounds. If using 1/4 inch screws, tighten them to 45 inch-pounds. To attach the LAN cables, unfasten the black nut from the gland for LAN 1. Remove the cage, seal, and plug that were inside the black nut. Insert the LAN cable through the black nut. Open the cuts to insert the LAN cable wire into the cage and seal. Insert the LAN connector into the receptacle on the AP housing. Put the black cap back on the threaded part of the AP. Turn it until it starts to tighten. If there is a LAN 2 cable, repeat the LAN cable installation procedure for the other gland. If there is not a LAN 2 cable, make sure the LAN 2 gland has a plastic plug in it. Using the open-end torque wrench, tighten the gland nuts to 11 plus or minus 1 inch-pounds. Both glands, whether used or unused, must be torqued to prevent water entry into the AP. Water may be from rain, snow melt, ice melt, condensation, or pressure washing. To attach the antennas on the external antenna AP version, attach the antennas by screwing them into the lightning protectors. They are to be torqued to 20 inch-pounds or a firm hand tight. Make sure the antenna cable connections are properly weatherproofed per the installation guide. Verify all the antenna ports either have antennas or terminal caps on them. Also verify all of the gland ports are tightened properly. To attach the AP to a pole, measure the diameter of the pole where the AP is to be mounted. If the pole is 2.5 inches or less in diameter, then use the small cable clamp. If the pole is between 6 and 7 inches in diameter, then use the large cable clamp. If the pole is between 2.5 and 6 inches or larger than 7 inches, then the installer must provide 2 cable clamps of the proper length. The bands should be 1/2 inch wide and made from stainless steel. Attach the AP to the H bracket on the side that does not have the PEM standoffs. Tighten the 4 screws to a torque of 12 inch-pounds. Using 4 M4 screw assemblies, attach the pole bracket onto the interface or H bracket. Tighten the screws to 12 inch-pounds. Attach the cable clamps to the pole bracket. The cable clamp is opened by turning a flat bladed screwdriver counterclockwise until the cable clamp opens. The non-clamp end is then inserted into the pole bracket through the hole shown. With the clamp open, put the metal band around the pole and insert it into the clamp. Turn the clamp screw clockwise to tighten the band around the pole. It is easier to do all of the installation on one clamp before the other clamp is tightened. You have now completed the physical installation of the WS AP3965. If you have further questions, please see the Extreme Networks documentation site and the installation